A very good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Future Vista.
Future Vista helps the young minds choose the right career path for themselves.
Here, we invite you to take the right step ahead, choose the right career for yourself, and be a future leader.
Are we talking about a situation where this is more like cybersecurity is going up the hype cycle? Everything goes up the hype cycle, eventually comes down. Or is the threat for real? Is it a real threat that we should all be worried about? Even as individuals or as enterprises?
In October 2023, an American cybersecurity company called Resecurity said that personally identifiable information of 815 million Indian citizens, including Aadhaar numbers and passport details, was being sold on the dark web. And for how much? $80,000. Next, in December 2023, the e-Nagarpalika portal of Madhya Pradesh containing data of people living in 413 cities was compromised. This attack brought to light how small government portals have highly sensitive data but low security. And finally, a report from none other than the Reserve Bank of India stated that the country's financial sector faced more than 13 lakh cyber attacks between January and October 2023. This means that banks and non-banking financial institutions faced a whopping 4,400 cyber attacks every day. So I think these figures, this is something to worry about. This actually shows the gravity of the situation. We have to admit that the existing cybersecurity policies and infrastructure in India is not adequate.
Around about 3:30, I started getting a lot of SMS messages on my phone. So I was kind of surprised because none of my students are awake at that time. Nobody is going to bother me at 3:30 in the morning. So what was this all about? All of a sudden, why these messages are coming? And when I checked my phone, I realized that money was withdrawn from my credit card like in a span of maybe 30 seconds. There were about 10 transactions that had happened. I've heard about all these warnings about RBI that says don't click on something that you don't know, blah blah blah. Now, very honestly, I had not received any such link, neither had I clicked. But here I had lost a lot of money.
Being a government organization, we provide training to police organization, police, so that they know how to handle the incidents. There are lots of types of training, like first responder training or digital responder training going on. Regularly, we train the police. What we tell them, if common people came to them that they told them that we have some amount missing from my account, and try to find out if any number is shared by the candidate. If there is some OTP or the number or PIN is shared, then we instruct the police, please don't take too much time. Just note down and leave it. And if there is a thing that there is no OTP shared, someone came to police that there is no OTP. I know OTP must not be shared, and I have not shared anything. I do not do any net banking or anything, but still my account compromised. There is some money transferred from my account. That is a brainstorming start.
Now, obviously, we need more people in this particular area because there is clearly a dearth of talent, and there are not enough people available. So, is this something which is a universal thing, ma'am? Everybody should know, given that we are all users and we are all using. Is it something you feel that everybody should know, or you feel that it should only be in certain pockets? People choosing cybersecurity are the only ones that should know about cybersecurity.
2024, 44,000 cyber attacks on bank and non-banking financial sectors every day. The senior citizens, basically, they don't know much about digitalization. So they are getting pensions, or they are having bank fixed deposit on everything. So basically they are the most soft target for the criminals. What can happen if we are not digitally literate? So whenever we are using any device, whether it is your laptop, iPad, or your mobile phone, through which you are doing all these monetary transactions, or you are having your personal information. So be careful. So at least basic knowledge everyone should have. And every day, other day, the technology is changing. Every time new technology comes, you have to update yourself. I got a call and the photograph was from the police. So I received the call by seeing that, okay, it is from the police, what happened? So they declare, I have arrested one of your boys. So you talk to him. So before that one only, I had the WhatsApp call with my both sons. So I don't know, how come you have arrested? Now talk to him. He has made major crime. So then boys, he did not know actually in what language I talked to with my boys, whether in Hindi or Bengali. So he started in Hindi, so I disconnect that particular call. So ultimately in the newspaper it came, they arrested those criminals from Africa actually. But the person who was arrested for doing this type of calls was Indian.
So when you have data about 1.4 billion people just in India itself alone, have you seen or have you noticed incidents of any data breach or cybersecurity issues or some things that you feel could be potential things that we should be worried about?
So as we know, with the increasing use of technology and the internet, individuals now share a substantial amount of personal data online. This ranges from financial information to private communications. So there's an enormous digital footprint which is left in the wake of an individual's activity on the internet. And as we have seen through our discussion, there is scope for potential misuse of such data. So that is why there is a need to secure, anonymize and protect such data.
Ma'am, according to Glassdoor, which is one of the largest employment websites around the world, so they project that there will be several thousands of open positions around cybersecurity. Now, obviously, there could be one way in which we can intake the number of students that we have in the cybersecurity space. Or the other thing is that maybe we can offer this as a short-term program to even other students in other disciplines so that we can increase the supply of talent. So in your opinion, ma'am, is it one or the other, or is it a combination of both? What do you think?
In 2023, there were cybersecurity experts personnel worldwide, it is 5.45 million. And in US only, it is 1.3 million. Now it is expected that it will grow 33% within 2030. And it is going to be the one of the top 20 profession. The cyber criminals are going to attack your programming codes. So first basic understanding of all the professionals should have the programming knowledge. That is the coding. So you should have all the programming knowledge, or your whatever, whether it is C, C++, JavaScript, SQL or Python. Then you should have the knowledge like the network administration. They are attacking your network. Then you should have the skills how you are going to protect your data. So for that one you have to write the algorithm that will come from your knowledge of machine learning. So it is not that instantly you can be a cyber expert. One is your foundation can be from the IT or computer science knowledge. Then you can specialize in cyber security. If you are having the channel or line through computer science, then you are specializing in computer cyber security. It is easier. But other professions or other graduates, they can do cyber security, but at least there should be a 2 years training program. Because you should instantly, if you don't know what is there written in the code, where the cyber criminals are going to attack the code, so you should have the basic understanding of the coding.
These days they are going for information security experts, because obviously you have to secure your system. So now somebody can become an expert to begin with, or an analyst to begin with, and then eventually become architect, a security architect for a company, right? So there are tremendous opportunities out there. Prosun, would you agree with that?
If you want to, I have few connections, some undercover users. You can say them hackers. They never use Google. They never use ChatGPT. They have the good programming knowledge. None of them have a graduation degree still. All are the undergraduate candidates. I have connection with them, and they are, we can say, in fact, their friends don't know what is their activities. Their bank account have regular amount received from some unknown source. I can tell them that even the bank managers don't have the right to know the source of the income. The candidates are getting paid. Actually, they are nothing but the Indian cyber security warrior. They work for India. So there is, if you want to be a good cybersecurity specialist, you need to have a good knowledge. And ma'am, as ma'am already told, that programming is must.
So some of the students here, I mean, they are also wondering whether they will also possibly have a similar journey, and what is it that they should be aware about in terms of being ready. So can you talk through that? Can you help them understand?
Believe me, I had colleagues who did not even know how to send an email. So they have adapted and now they are executing their work beautifully only because of their willingness to learn. I studied science in school. After that, my journey has been a variegated one. I studied science. After that, I studied humanities. I had never decided seriously at that point of time what I would want to do. But then I would actually insist, I would ask you to keep yourselves open-minded. You find yourselves in such a fantastic atmosphere. I was just telling one of your colleagues that you have such a fantastic library. Take some time to visit the library. You will be surprised at the number of gems, like such hidden treasures that you have. So you are in that age where you are actually in a position to indulge your interests.